Hi everyone, it's February 27, 2010. I'm Dwight Schmuck. This is the Schmuck Look. I was browsing through the BBC as normal this morning, and I come across this article about, do bankers really need these big bonuses? Because, it's the reporting season for the banks. They gotta come clean with how much profit they made, how much loss, how much they've paid their top dogs. And a lot of them, after just being bailed out a year and a half ago by us guys, the taxpayers, they're reporting bonuses in the millions and even billions. That's with a B, as is bull spit. Billions of dollars in bonuses for these bankers. Oh, the alliteration is good this morning. At any rate, this article, do they need these big bonuses? And, the lead into the article is, every job needs to offer an incentive, hence the idea of performance-related pay. I suppose that's why I've been poor all of my life. I only got paid if I performed. I didn't get a big-ass bonus for it. I worked at a big furniture company for a while, and our Christmas bonus was a turkey. Nobody really stopped to think, gee, the company there got a real good price for buying 300 or 400 turkeys at a clip, put the order in a couple of months in advance, and they probably got it for, 8 or 9 cents a pound, because they were guaranteeing so many, bang, here you go. And let's face it, 300 or 400 turkeys is a lot of turkeys. That's a good order for anybody. So, okay, that's, the bonus thing. I never, ever got so much as a full week's bonus for Christmas or, that kind of thing. It was, you'd get a couple of days pay maybe, extra $50, $100, have a nice day, here you are, thank you very much. And these guys, as it says later, in banking the base pay is more than most people get anyway, so bankers can live on that without much of a problem. Do ya think? And, let's face it, we're not talking the tellers here, but we are talking the executives. The big guys, the movers and shakers, as it were, the guys who make the loans that our governments all line up for. Those gilts I was talking about just yesterday. And, the bonuses do the bonuses need to be so big? And the answer to that is yes and no. And, okay, you gotta give them market rate, but come on, guys, are you telling me seriously, because, you be Post Toasties and I'll be Fruit Loops, okay? Or vice versa, that, if all of these guys were to go out tomorrow and, suddenly vanish, there wouldn't be another class of interest suckers come right up to fill those desks? Sure there would. You know it, I know it, they know it, we all know it, but apparently I'm the first schmuck to actually say it. There, it's been said. So you're not totally indispensable, are you, fellas? Then I guess your bonuses really don't need to be so big. Actually, I don't think your salaries do either. I mean, yeah, sure, you're doing loans, some of you, for billions and billions and hundreds of billions of dollars to governments and for projects like dams and, generating plants and things like that. But again, there's another guy coming right up tomorrow morning, can take your job, do it just as well. So let's get with it, guys. What you're doing here, and what I'm really getting on here about, I'm going to ramble here for just a moment. They support all of these programs that cost you and me a whole lot of money because our governments are too scared to say no to some of these programs. This nonsense in Iraq and Afghanistan, and that's what it is. It's nonsense. A bomb can only be used once. A book, a whole lot of people can use it over and over and over again. But that would make a little financial and a little fiscal sense, wouldn't it? Some responsibility there. This is why the Taliban wants to keep people stupid. because then it's easier to have slaves if they're stupid. Duh, work it out. Drop a load of books. Here's a great idea. Again, I'm giving it out for free. I did this one a few weeks ago, but we'll try it again, see if anybody catches on and maybe petitions the government. Take photographs of all your small villages and stuff here in the States. Photograph interiors of homes and drop those picture books all through those lands. Here, goat herds, take a look. Flush toilets, running water, every home. My goodness. Air conditioning. California, Florida, you might want to throw in a few beach shots with girls in bikinis, because that's a hell of a lot more comfortable than laying in the sun in a burqa. Get a grip, folks. It's a different culture, yes, and we have to respect cultural boundaries. But when, somebody's trying to do a Muslim empire worldwide, empire being the key word, well, they're just as guilty of empire building as we are if we're trying to build an empire for America, where our government has tried to. And actually all they're doing is serving business interests. And we're back to the bankers, because, the bankers support this a lot, an awful lot, because, the armaments industries, have to borrow money, and the governments have to borrow money for these kind of incursions. And if you borrow money, well, they get to suck a little interest out of it, and then they get a cut on the deal besides. Do you see what I'm getting at here, people? A wheel within a wheel, circle in a circle. It all works its way back. It's time to say no, just a little bit. The second thing I want to bring out here today, and I got to go to my bookmarks here and get it up here. And oh my goodness, this is funnier than this is funny. And again, this is from the BBC. I found it last evening. And angry Ryanair passenger eats his winning scratch card. A Ryanair passenger who became enraged when he was told he could not claim a scratch card prize on his flight ate his winning ticket. He was flying from Poland to the East Midlands, which is in England, on a Ryanair flight when he won €10,000, £8,765, on a scratch card he had purchased on board. The airline confirmed he ate his ticket on February 26th after cabin staff refused to pay him the winnings immediately. Duh! And of course they cannot reveal the man's identity. Well, he'd sue the hell out of him because he's stupid. Imagine, you're on an airplane, you're at 30,000 feet, they sell you a scratch card. Bang zoom, you get really, really lucky in that the plane didn't explode on takeoff. It's in the air safely and hasn't run into a flock of birds, and then you win €10,000. And they can't pay you. Oh my! Do you stop and think that, somebody needs to validate this is an actual card? Like all our big winners here in the state lotteries do. Duh! No. This guy eats the damn thing because they don't, and on top of which, where are they going to come up with €10,000? Bang zoom! In an airplane. Duh. Eat the card. That's, the answer. Don't, stop and think and, well, gee, I'll take care of this when I get to the airport. No. Eat the card. Yeah. I guess there's some dumb ones out there. I'm not one of them. I'm just a real one. I'm Dwight Schmuck. That's today's Schmuck Look. Peace, folks.